Happy Sunday, everyone. So I am coming out and I just wanted to do a very quick video because of what I'm about to do. I am about to harvest the last of our Swiss chard. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, so let me bring you in a little closer and we'll look at our Swiss chard. So this Swiss chard leaf might look normal to the average person, right? But what is happening is she is going to seed. And you can kind of tell she's going to seed because she's beginning to stand up. Now this one isn't the best example, but what is a great example on this leaf is this. You see that itty bitty little point right there on the top with this Swiss chard? That is an indication that she is going to seed, because under normal circumstances her leaves would be fully rounded, but she has a point on almost every one of these leaves at this point, even if it's also subtle. See that little tiny point? Look at this big one. Little tiny point. Yeah. So look at that little tiny point. Right? So that is just showing us that she is going to seed. So because that's what's happening with her, my intent is to get the rest of my harvest for the ones that are going to seed. As you can tell, I have some, like, see how small this is? It may not look like it's going to seed. Like, you may look at this one and go, well, that one doesn't look that much different than this one, but yes, it does. Because when you look at the leaves on this one, it's ever so slight. She's just, see that little tiny piece? She's just beginning to do it, all right? So her leaves are still very, very rounded. I think this is a rainbow Swiss chard, so very, very rounded. But when you look at this one and this one, yeah, see how this one's ever so slight, and look at how pointed this one is. This is what they're all going to eventually look like, is how pointed this one is. And even the largest one. See how lush and beautiful her leaf still is, but ever so slightly. Look at that point and whatever that is on there. Ever so slightly. Look at that point. And then the other thing about these is the leaves start to look different. So you see how beautiful this leaf is? It still looks so lush and beautiful. And even on these, still look really lush and beautiful. But this one back here is in full swing, right? She has started like coming up the stalk. She's like growing, right? She's growing. She's really on the seed. But look how pointed she is. See that? And look at the texture of her leaf. Okay, so see how her leaf is even getting dull? Shiny? Dull. Very pointed, very jagged looking around the edges. No jagged edges over here yet, right? So she is the furthest along. But this little one over here is actually about as far along as she is. It's just small, but the edges are starting to get jagged as well. So in any case, that's why I'm going to go ahead and harvest the last time, and I'm going to take all of this basically, because my expectation is that it's all going to seed, because you know we already see that they are. So we're going to go ahead and take those, and that's going to be dinner for tonight. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest, and then I'll just show you what I've harvested. All right, quick check-in. So as you'll notice, I am taking the stems off. The only stem that I left was like this little baby one, but this is what that plant now looks like here. And these stems I am about to put in that compost pile. So I'm going to take all of the stems off. So I'll be right back. All right, that's it. I got the one on this side. I had one right there that I took her. I had one right here. Got her, the one here, that one, this one, the one back there on the side over there, and then this one. So this, I think I misstated this before. I believe this is the Bright Lights Swiss Chard, and that is a rainbow Swiss Chard. So a little difference in the way they look, but I think this is a Bright Lights, that's a rainbow, and the rest of these I think are just regular Swiss Chard. But the reason for what I'm doing, this one, I took off all of the major leaves. I left just the top of it. I want this to go to seed. I've never let Swiss Chard go to seed before, so I want to see what happens. And because I've never done it before and I took so much of it off, I decided that I wanted to leave this one fully intact because she is so far along that she probably would go to seed faster than any of the other ones anyway. So I'm going to leave her as is, and we're going to let her do what she does. All right, guys, that's going to be it. I'm going to take all of these stems and put them in my compost pile. Then I'm going to wash up these greens. See, we have a nice little haul of greens. So I'm going to wash up the greens, and I have some smoked turkey legs in the pressure cooker that's been in there for about 2 hours now. So they should be nice and tender right now. So I'm going to take them and put the greens in that smoked turkey. And it's about to be on, y'all. It's about to be on. I'm telling you. All right, guys. I'm not going to take you for the rest of the journey. But thank you for joining me for this much of it. This is our final Swiss Chard harvest for our winter gardening season. All right, guys. Whether you live to grow or grow to live, let's just get to growing. Later, y'all.